Hello there, my comrades. It is me, Ethan. How's it going? This is my city, and this is my project. Now, for the city name, the street name. Quaddis Street, Void Street, Cave Street, Medignan Street, and Martic Street. Now for my two other streets. Let's pass that one. Tooster Street. And Raffield Street. Now for my street requirements. As you saw, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parallel streets, and then 2 traversal streets. Now, for the gas station and restaurant. There's the gas station. That is the restaurant. They are alternate exterior angles. That means they're on different sides of a line, and their angles are facing outwards on the outside of the grid. Now, the house and the school. This is the house. I know it looks weird. And that is the school. Same side interior angles. That means they're on the same side of the line inside of the grid. Kind of. Yeah. Now for courthouse and bank vertical angles. Right over here. Vertical angles means they're directly diagonally away from each other. No line in between them, just right next to each other diagonally. Now for general store and church. Here's the church and here's the store. They are corresponding angles. That means they're in the exact same place, the exact same angle as the other one is. So that is on the exact same angle and the exact same place as the church is in its box. Now for the library and park. They are alternate interior angles. That means they're on different sides on the inside of the grid. Now, I know that was a little fast, but I did need to make time for the warning. Now, my comrades, I must tell you that, fair warning, if you do not wish to continue and keep this short, please stop here. But, if my comrades would like to continue and hear me explain colors and backstories of buildings, or just why this is built and giving credit, please continue. If you don't want to, please pause the video and then continue on with the presentation. But if you do, continue. Now, I'm going to give you a second to either pause the video or continue. Now. Okay. Now, I shall start off with school. The school, you might have noticed, is really colorful. The colors represent the community in the school. or the two warring factions. Those two warring factions are the blue and the black. This is supposed to represent a spiral, representing them intermingling in the center. Over here, the order is red, then gold, then black, then blue, and over here is red, gold, blue, and black. That's because black thinks it should be over blue, and blue thinks it's supposed to be over black. So respectively, this is the side of the school that has the blues, and this is the side of the school that has the blacks. Over here is a pedestal representing how much power they have. Also, you might have noticed this right here, the emeralds. These emeralds represent the spectators, the people who don't want to get involved and just want to get good grades and get out of there. Back to this, the power scale. So, this is as the spectators have the least influence or power. The blues have the second least amount of influence and power. Golds have the second most power, and then reds have the most power. Gold represents the teachers, assistants, and volunteers and subs. And the red represents the principal and higher, like the people who own the whole building. And this is supposed to also represent the power scale, just a little bit opener. And here we have the black instead of the blue. That's because they both have the exact same amount of influence. They're actually warring to get more influence, to get higher up on the pedestal. But right now, because they both exist, they both have the exact same amount of power. If one of them were to assimilate the other one, or destroy it, they would gain more power. They wouldn't knock out the teachers, but they would maybe, like, get on level with the teachers. Or a little bit lower, like a slab. Okay, now, for this monstrosity. This is my nether house. It's supposed to represent another world slowly leaking into our worlds, trying to infect it, since these are technically fungus. So, yeah. Also, let's see the inside. Because this is an actual house that you can live in. See? Going upstairs, even more. And it's been lit up so the children from the school can come into the small forest and study the nether trees. Now, you might have noticed this thing. This is like a food stand. You know those, sometimes on the streets of cities, people are selling stuff, or like food trucks or something? That's basically this. Just, it's only using pork and mushrooms. That's why there's mushrooms too. Since there's an animal in the nether that produces pork. This is the leather worker. It allows you to color and dye your leather armor. If you're wondering why it's all mossy cobblestone, that is supposed to represent how long the leather has been here, since as long as I can remember, leather has been in Minecraft, so yes. This is the slaughterhouse, and this is the farm. There's nothing else for me to explain except for this and that. If you're wondering why this is glowing, this is supposed to represent the sheer awesomeness of books. So the pages are glowing. And this is here because it needs to produce more oxygen, since cities usually produce a lot of smog.